Future Kiki warning here. The first about 5 minutes of this video is me just laughing and groaning at myself while looking at my old art. Have fun with that. Hey everyone, it's Kiki here, and today I'm going to be doing a redrawn old artwork. Going to be going back into the far recesses of my online life of posting art. And it's actually to a site that most people, at least that I've talked to and met, haven't actually heard of. It's called fanartcentral.net. That's the first place I started out on. So yeah, let's hop over there and look into the far recesses of my artwork. Alright, so here we are to my profile, which hasn't been updated since forever ago. Go into my gallery. Alright, so this is the first / last page. Let's just say I was slightly obsessed with the Warriors book when I first started posting art online. Just slightly. Yeah, I posted a lot of cats and Naruto. Posted Naruto too. Gosh. These cats. They don't even look at this one. He doesn't have a butt. His tail comes out the middle of his back. Oh gosh. Oh, this picture, I remember this one. It's drawing Firestar as a human. This was the very first picture I ever drew with my very first Wacom tablet. I think I got my first bamboo tablet for my birthday, and I was all excited, and I drew this. I may redo him. Gosh, he's so terrible. Wait, when actually was this? January of 2009. So that was 9 years ago. It should be floating ahead of Link. Weird dragon hand. Some more dragons, some more cats. My anatomy's amazing. Oh no, look at it. It's so horrible. I can't look at those arms. Her arms are bigger than her body. Or is that yeah, that's a girl. She has boobs. I should just be reacting to my old art video. I'm just gonna constantly be laughing, and I can't. What is this? I guess it is titled I'm Bored. Look at that eye. I can't even with myself. So, we're gonna do this dude, redo him, fix him up, and since Gray Stripe, where I did Gray Stripe too. Gray Stripe over here. Since they're buddies, what is this? What is that background? Look at that hand. It's actually not a bad hand for when it was done. Alright, so I'm gonna take these two, and I'm gonna redraw them. So I've got my two references of my old artworks from 2009. And as much as I'm giggling looking at them, it's when I made them, I thought they were amazing. I mean, and for what it is and what I was capable of, they are actually really good for when I was 15. The fact that I had only just gotten the tablet and started getting into digital art in general, I mean, it's not bad. But we're gonna make it a little bit better. Let's get started. I want to start by saying I had fun with this. I love doing redraws of old artwork. As much as I groan and laugh at myself and go, oh my god, I can't believe I did this, I love looking back at my old art, and I love seeing artists that I admire as well I love going back and looking at their old art, because seeing where you came from, seeing where others you admire have come from is just as important as seeing where they are now. I love seeing people go back and redo old artworks to see the progress they've made. I've done several of them on my own channel. I've done a bunch even before I started posting videos on my channel. I love the feel of it, and I love seeing other people do it as well. And it's a thing that not a lot of people think about. It's people see these amazing artworks and go, I never can. I'm not going to be able to. They're so much better. How can I get there? And it's just time. It really is. Every artist that you've ever admired didn't start out like that. And I think a lot of people forget that. Like, they subconsciously understand the fact, but in that moment when they're looking at it, that idea isn't there because what's in front of them is all they're focused on. And honestly, I even catch myself doing it sometimes, even for everything I've just said. But recently, I've managed to put myself into a different mindset, and it just kind of clicked with me one day. I had been going through and just looking at art, and for a little bit it was, man, I wish I could do that. You know, it's so cool that they can do that. I can't do that. And then I saw this one, and a different thought popped into my head, and the thought kind of shocked me. It was, I can't wait till I can do that. And I kind of had to stop and was like, wait, what did I just think? That felt a lot better to say. And so now that's what I follow. I can't wait till I can. Because every time I draw a picture, I'm getting better. Anytime I do anything artsy, even if it's just a really rough, simple sketch on a corner of a piece of paper, it's something that's moving me forward. And eventually, I will be able to, in my own way. I'm never gonna be another artist. I'm gonna be me, and that's okay. And just like every other artist out there that I admire, I have a pile of paper behind me of not so great art, but art that when I made it, I was proud of it. And that's important to remember. Yes, looking back at your old art can be extremely cringeworthy now for you, but it's important to look back on it because it reminds you what you're capable of. It reminds you how far you can go and how far you've come. And that's so important in art because art's amazing. It's something that no matter how good you are, there's always something more. There's always something new. It never stops. And depending on the person, it's so different. Two artists can learn in the same class and have styles that are nothing alike. The way that they paint or depict a certain scene is it's so unique, and that's what I love about art. And it's why it's so important to look at your journey just as much as the point in the journey that you're at. Honestly, I know a lot of artists tend to get rid of their old art. And it's like, it's not where I am now, so why should I keep it? It's bad now. It's like, honestly, when I moved houses and when I switched computers, I ended up losing a lot of my old artwork. I lost a 2-inch stack of papers of just old art, and when I switched laptops, I ended up losing probably a good 50 or 60 art files. Like picture files, not like files full of stuff. And that saddens me that I don't have that to look back on, because that's part of what makes me the artist I am now. And it's part of my journey, and it sucks that I lost it. It's one of the reasons that I've kept the Fan Art Central profile up and haven't gotten rid of it, because it's one of the only places that a lot of my older art exists now. Because a lot of that art that you saw, these 2 pictures even, I don't have them anymore. I don't have the files. I actually had to download my 2 references off the site in order to be able to pull them up in ArtRage. I went on a bit of a longer tangent there than I sort of meant to, but it just kind of all spilled out. A little bit about the actual picture now. I did Greystripe and Firestar as their reimagined human forms in the original ThunderClan camp as I pictured it in my head, and I decided to throw in their cat selves as well, their original selves, and just kind of had fun with it. Kept it simple, but still detailed. I remembered last minute that the description for the leader's den had a lynching curtain, so I then threw that in there, and then just added in my effects and finished up. Well, here we are with the finished piece, and I think in 9 years, from when I was 15 to now, at 24, I've made a decent amount of progress, which is, as I've said, the important thing to remember is you can get better. You just have to work at it. It's not just gonna happen. For some people, it takes longer, and that's okay. No one's expecting you to become a master of anything in just a few short months or even a few years. A lot of people don't get good at their craft until they've been working at it for 10, 20, 30 years, and it's okay. There's a lot that I'm happy with. My anatomy's a lot better. The hair looks a lot less like wigs. It doesn't look like it's just slapped on their head. The clothes aren't weird. I almost went very hardcore 90s on the clothing. I love 90s clothes. I'm a 90s kid. I'm sorry. I'm very happy with my kitty cats. I was quite proud of myself. I didn't use a reference for them. I mean, I have a cat, so he was kind of my off-camera reference, I suppose. All in all, for 9 years, it's pretty good, and I can't wait to see where I am in another 9, because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep drawing. It's what I love. And if you love it, don't give up. No matter what anyone says, or even in those moments where you doubt yourself, there's always the possibility where it'll just click. I've seen it happen. So keep putting that pencil to paper. If you enjoyed this video and liked listening to me ramble, even just a little bit, then come join me next Sunday. I'll be here doing my art thing, and I hope you'll join me. I'll see you then.